Okay. Well, when talking about abundance in context of Auroville, normally when we think of economy, we normally look at money as we know it outside, and of course, money as a system is very important and critical for the manifestation and implementation of Auroville and life and society. But the money system itself is based on the structure of resource constraints and resource limitations, so that there is a system that controls the society in a very structured manner. Whereas in Auroville, we are talking about multiple facets of life. We're talking about abundance in terms of opportunity to grow, in terms of spiritual wealth that you get, also, other areas that is slowly made available to us as a society. People have given like land from this area. People also offer their free services, their volunteer, spiritual media. And so there's a whole different gamut of help and support that we get. And we also on our own. Now, the wealth that we need in terms of creating a prosperity is something that we can equate with outside, because Auroville also is dependent on outside economy for procurement, also for because we don't generate everything. And our today's complex life, we need a lot of things for the fulfill life. In which case, the money that we think of, it's more like a liquid aspiration. So, you know, different people have different needs, different aspirational needs at a different age and their own development of what their inner growth is. Because in Orwell is a spiritual society, and the promise being that as you uh, grow in your inner need, and as you grow even in age, your different needs as they get start to melt, that you will be given more and adding to the abundance of wealth in different areas rather than just taking from it. Because children have a different need than the girls. And when they are youth, their needs are different in creativity, youthfulness, playfulness, learning. So the ateliers, the workshops, the playground, the schools are areas that the society provides as a whole, so that each parent doesn't have to can work out the child's needs for music or dance or art or other learning in technology. So that the community as a whole can provide a platform where each child can choose based on his or her or a group interest how to pursue. So the area of prosperity is very critical for Auroville as a spiritual society, because it has to cater for a variety of needs and very condensed setup that we had in the master plan. And so the prosperity system has to take care of all this. But today, what is happening is it is limited to maintenance and chunk phase, and individuals are left for their own sustenance rather than having a system as a whole. In order to make a system, we first need to know what that system would be. Then we would need to know what it takes to build that system, and then create a framework so that we can measure where we are, where we want to go in a little bit of a small step and incrementally change. And as more people join into the movement, we create start to create a flow. And from the trickles and flows, we start to create a more of a larger lake system whereby we have what we need as a society. So that basically is kind of roadmap I personally see for bringing in prosperity for everyone. Sure, absolutely. So if one way to look at, I mean, one way to understand it, not look at it, one way to understand is that the number of people who were holding the project, because we have so much land that was bought in the beginning, and people were become more engrossed in this maintaining and keeping the land assets and developing their smaller needs. Now, today, if you look at as you said, the food security is another aspect. We have the land that Auroville has to do. Now, what we need to do is mobilize youngsters who are interested in integrated farming method. There are not very well developed and very compact systems that have been developed. And you need to start adopting that. You need to open up acres, like 3, 4 acres plots for different young people to come together as a community side. Because today, what Auroville consumes from the locally grown produce is only 17%. So the rest comes from outside. So you need, again, as we said, we need the money to come, right? But we have lands. If we produce in good quality organic produce that are locally grown, then we have to bring up on a channel so that it can be exchanged in Pondicherry or Chennai or Bangalore, so that the quality produce will be sold there, and the money will then allow us to bring other organic quality produce that people consume. So in each area, we have to slowly see how to mobilize and maximize our resources we have. And if we keep, as Kaushik was saying in our presentation, that if we keep in mind the master plan, the segment that of population, the children and youth centric city, if we keep that and develop our needs based on that, then we will see how to create our economy in a structured way so that we can then, as we develop, from 4,000 to 10,000 to 15 and 20, those can be worked out. And then our economy should then progressively be developed in various areas so that we can start meeting that need. Right. It's a very good question. And this is where our core belief system of what we are about in Auroville has to be addressed by each individual. Of course, the collective has to provide the base and a platform for abundance to be at play. But the individual has to do two things. One is be sincere that I take what my needs are, but in a little more scrutiny, what really my needs are, not just what my greed is. Just because others have it, I'll have it. Whereas, are we really using it instead of just keeping it at home or other thing, consuming, just wasting it. So that little bit of self-conscious development has to start building in. And also, other side is sincerely start participating in the community. What is happening today was, since everybody left to them, so some people who are not interested to do anything, they just be sit at home strumming guitar or do something on by their own. Whereas what Mother wants is everybody should engage at least 5 hours for the community collective work. What you do afterwards, your own growth or your own need. But you can't say that my vocation is music. But then you do something else also for the community where there is a need as we are growing and where the needs are identified. So that what happens, the sincerity to engage the community and then sincerity to take from the community what your needs or your family or your circle's needs, that balance has to start being evolved.